towrecker, one of my YouTube friends mentioned that he'd like to graft pink dogwood onto white dogwood, or at least mix them somehow one way or the other. And he said if you grafted out on the end of the limb, maybe you wouldn't mess it up too bad. Well, so what I began to explain to him is about something called apical dominance. If you graft out on the end of one of these limbs, all the energy and nutrients are going to bypass the graft and go to the top. That's what I'm talking about. That's the apical dominance. That means all the nutrients go to the very top. It just aborts the graft if it's out on the side like this. So you need to graft up over the stump, up where this main stream of nutrients and energy is flowing, and you need to cut the limb off and get into that flow so that you feed the graft, and that way it will callus in and heal in. What happens is it's callusing cells or healing cells in that cambium layer, and they begin to knit and form a union from the graft wood to the tree. And then those cells begin to differentiate into vascular cells, which will feed the nutrients from the root system on up into the graft and force the bud. And when you cut the tree off, it signals to the top, to the bud on that graft. Now that's the terminal bud. That's the one that's supposed to take all the energy. So don't graft out on the end. Get up over the stump and graft into the main part of the tree, and you'll have better luck. But I'm going to give you a real good example of what will happen if you don't get in the right area on the tree. What we're doing today is some repair work on trees that another grafter did last year. And if you look here, you see the graft, and he did not cut the tree off. So it just aborted the graft, and here's all this tree top left on there, and that should never be there. You should cut the tree off and then do the grafting on top of it, on top of the stump. And if you look here, there's another one. There's the next tree. Here's the next tree. So it's not just one, and I'm not just making this up. There's 2,000 trees out here, and this is what they look like. The grafts all died. So what we're doing now is coming in and cutting these off and putting new grafts on top of the stump so that we can get them to grow. And plus this signwood was way too small, and I know the guy who did this, and he's a really nice guy, and he's a good apple grafter, but he really should leave cherry grafting to the professionals. Thanks. Okay, I'm going to try and do this video now. I tried a few minutes ago and my phone kept ringing, but anyway. A YouTube friend of mine, towrecker, out here, and I'm going to show you here in a second. But anyway, shoot.